Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Mikey Martero. Just a reminder to some people, don't think because you give me money, I'm obligated to answer you and, you know, go on and on and on and on and on and on. One question is $5. You jit me? I know. So I'm tired of explaining this. And when you see me giving more to someone else, it's because they gave me more. And that's like a normal thing in life. So if you can't accept that, then don't come to fucking here. It's that simple. Because when you go to the grocery store and they tell you your bill is $67.99, if you gave them $67 and that's all you had, they would say put 99 cents back. And here it's going to start being like that because I think it's disrespectful to jip me, every time you come in here and expect me to give you the world. So you know who you are. I'm not going to call you out, even though I should, but I'm going to try and keep it as peaceful and keep reminding people like you do it. So don't. Yeah. And I'm not even mad about it. It's just common courtesy and respect that I deserve at least, because I do charge very little. And the least you can do is give me my full $5. And if you don't, then I won't give you a full answer to your question. And then don't come in here and say, oh, well, Mark, gave more to that person. They like that person more. No, it's because that person pays me. Just like my business. If you say to me, you're not going to give me $70 an hour for electrical work, and you say someone else can do it for 50, I'm going to tell you, go ahead, buy. Because I'm worth 70 and the person you're getting is probably worth 50 or whatever the case may be. People are who the worth you put on yourself is whatever you put on yourself. Doesn't mean you're worth that much. So for those of you who continue to do it, I'm going to continue to give you less. And remember that a question is a question. You're asking me two questions in one, you're going to get an answer, a short answer. And don't try and keep going on and on and on and on and on. Because that shit's bullshit. And you know it. So don't do it. And this goes for a lot of people. It's not just one person I'm talking to. It's actually sad that multiple people do this shit all the time. And they must think that I was born yesterday and my mom was an elephant and gave birth to me just now. And this has been happening for years, not months, not days, not just now. It's been happening for a long time. And I keep saying it over and over and over. And then those people who I give less to will still test me and try and get more out of me for the little bit that they give. So I'm telling you right now, it's going to come to a point where next time, there won't be a next time. I'm just going to delete you because I'm not even going to entertain arguing with you. So if you find yourself missing from this channel, then it's because I'm tired of you doing it. And to me, it's never been about money. That's why I always charge $5. I used to charge 15, and I charged 10, and ever since COVID, I put my price down to 5 because everybody was going through, issues with finances. There's my dog. We just came from a nice walk together. She's very tired because she's older. So am I. So anyway, and so instead of calling you out, arguing with you individually, I'm just gonna delete you individually to show you that I don't even need the money you give me because I really don't. You know what I mean? Excuse me. And that's why I'm getting to the point where everybody can be replaced. So everybody I've gotten rid of, someone else comes and someone else will come. And if you want to keep doing that shit to me, then it's disrespectful. It's not right. And you know it's not right. And you know, especially on PayPal, you know you're sending me that much money. So why do that? You know, you got to give me $5 to get a question answered. So don't give me $4.43 because that's not $5. But if you do that, then I'm going to give you that much worth of an answer. And that should be everybody. Nobody should ever like devalue themselves because someone else's value towards you is not right. Hey Ann, good morning, sweetheart. How you doing? All good? Taking a break from work today. My back is hurting. And I'm sick and tired of uh, doing too much. So I'm taking a break this morning. And I went for a nice walk with my dog. Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. Sending you the same. So my back is not like, an excruciating, whatever the fuck you're saying, excruciating pain or whatever the fuck it says. Well, bad. It's just it's very tight. So I went for a nice walk today with my dog for like 25 minutes. We went down the road, saw the chickens and birds and all that. And it's a beautiful day here today. So when I came back, she was like her legs were shaking and she like collapsed on the ground and took a break. Now she's in her bed. I feel bad for her because she's getting older. Yeah, I didn't. There's no flowers around where I am, but like you can smell like there's a farm at the very end of the road. Nah, there ain't even no flowers around in my neighborhood. In people's yards probably, but you can smell like the soil and the grass because it's wet, like the sun's beating on it, so you can smell like the freshness of like the grass. But it's so nice and the air is nice and fresh, so it's pretty cool. You know, it's nice. It's a beautiful day. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's like nice. So I said, let me go for a walk. We haven't been for a walk forever because I don't like to walk my dog all the way down the hill and come all the way back because she can't handle it. Like when she got back here, her legs were like trembling, her back legs like that. But now she's fine. She's not used to it. And she still thinks she's 2 years old because she pulls me the whole way up. And then she stops and realizes, hey, you know. And then I stop her on purpose. Like I stop like halfway up the hill, I stop. And she'll look at me as if to say, like, what are you doing? And then I'm like, you need to calm down, because you're like your legs are shaking and you're old. Good morning, Shania. How you doing? So, and then we went up the hill. The hill is pretty long and pretty steep. So I take a break too, like halfway up, because like my back was hurting, so my leg, and I was like, let me just take a break here. And then she smells the trees and smells the ground, and you know. So she was like happy to go on the walk. She was really excited. But even going down the hill, she holds herself so she doesn't fall. Because she's getting older and that's why I don't walk her anymore. All right, Anne, wishing you a good day. Drive safe and sending you love and healing same way. Yes, star vibes. I'm a star anyway because I'm an Aquarius. Yes, I receive and believe. If you believe, you shall receive. So yeah. it was nice going for a nice little walk. Such a beautiful day. So now that the sun is out, it's gonna dry the grass so I can like kill some weeds and shit. I have to work outside a bit. So I'm just waiting for like, cause in the morning, all the like dampness has made the grass wet. So when I walk on the grass, I like, and I walk back in the workshop, it's all like wet and shit. So now that the sun's out, it's baking the grass and drying it up. So that way, when I go out there in a little while, it's not all wet and shit. Can't wait for daylight saving time on Sunday. Get an extra hour at night. This weekend will be a nice extra hour. Can't wait. It's gonna be great. Ah, can't wait. Nice. We lose an hour of sleep, but we gain an hour of work. That's what I like the most is about daylight saving time. Like 7:30, 8 o'clock, it's still light daylight, so you can still cut your grass and do things outside. That's what I like the most. I'm looking forward to working more at nighttime and instead of during the day. I got to do some painting today too. I got to do some painting. Marky's got to do some painting today. It's nice and cool. It's windy though, but it's all good. Green screen. Okay. This guy looks fucking weird. What the hell? What in the world? Yeah, of course I did. I sleep every day. I slept good, had a lot of stupid dreams again. Dreams I don't even remember. I remember some parts of the dream, but not much. But I slept good. Shit. That's crazy. My dog's over here snoring already. She's tired. She went for her walk this morning. She's tired. I know she is. At least she's okay then. At least she made it back on the walk. I know it's hard for her, but I'll probably do it like maybe twice a week with her, and I'll go by myself. It's not easy getting old and watching people get old and watching your animals get old. It's kind of a fucked up thing. We can't live forever. We can't be young forever. That's for sure. You can try, but it ain't gonna work. Facebook is getting so annoying. Like they always have like these dumb like ads on here and it's nothing to do with me or like a team that I don't even like is on here. Good morning, Tanya. How you doing? I went for my walk already. I just came back like about a half an hour ago before I came live. Diamond and I went down the bottom of the hill. We went by the farm, saw the chickens, birds, smelt the fresh air. On the way back, it was pretty tough because of the hill. So when she came up the hill, she kind of stopped twice and her legs were shaking. Yeah, I did mine first, and now you got to do yours now. I stuck to my promise. It's such a beautiful day here today, so I said, well, why not? As soon as I got the leash and the collar, she was like all excited. And then when I went like halfway down the hill, she was looking at me like, we're going all the way. She was, but it's hard for her now. She's a lot older. So going down the hill and coming up the hill is hard for her. Not for me. Coming up the hill is pretty not hard for me, but it's a task because it's so steep and it's annoying. So like you're really using your body. My back's kind of stiff, but now it feels good because I went for that walk. The best way to get your back feeling better for me is walking. Every time my back is really stiff, like it is today, this morning, I went for that walk and now I feel a lot better just by walking. And they say that walking is the healing to your back, and it's true. Every time I have back pain, I always go for a walk, and it always helps. Yeah, absolutely. I watched your video today, and I saw you using. I commented on it. I said, "Good job," and I like how you use your wine bottle. I was I haven't seen nobody do that in a long time. I've seen somebody do it before. Instead of a rolling pin, you used the wine bottle. That shit was hilarious. And I saw you doing it, and I was like, "Oh, good lord!" I said, "I haven't seen this in a long time." I can I think it was my auntie. My auntie did that one time, and I was cracking up. She goes, "I don't like this thing. This rolling pin. Where's a bunny and a wine bottle?" And my mom gave her the wine bottle. And we was cracking up. It was funny as hell. So it's crazy how people think of different things to use. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, I've seen that before." Yeah, that was cool. I like watching like cooking videos. I like seeing things, but that takes a lot of work doing that cake. Dang, that's why I can never be like a baker. Like I make cookie brownies and that's about it. But making cakes and all that, my sister likes baking and my mom, but not me. I don't like baking. I like to eat it, but yeah, it does. It looks like a science project. You got to have this, and then everything's dirty, and then like it's like when I make fish and you have like flour. Flour is the most annoying thing because like when I batter my fish, I put yellow corn flour and like fish fry together, and I have it like in a container, and I swish it around, and then it'll make me sneeze because the dust from from when you like mix it around, and then like when I batter the fish, it goes everywhere, and then I'll lean to like wash my hands, and then it's on my shirt, and I'm like fucking thing. I can't stand doing it. Like you constantly when I make fish, I constantly have to clean everything, the counters, the oven, like and the grease and the oil and all that, and then it's so I what I do is when I cook fish, when I fry fish inside, I take the pot and I put it outside on my table on the porch, and about an hour later a cat comes over, and my camera will go off because I have a camera on my porch, and the camera will go off, and it went off like last night before I went live. It went off and I looked, and it was a gray cat, and he was like putting his head inside the oil, like to see what if he can get something to eat. And I was like, this little fucker. So I turned on my mic and I said, get out of here, get. And he took off. Like, I don't want your dirty ass inside my damn pot. But they don't really do nothing. They just see if they can get some type of food. It's like a stray cat, I think. I don't think the cat belongs to anybody. But he's all dark, like charcoal gray, like my hat. He's all gray. Or she, I don't know. But it's a pretty looking cat, but it's like probably like maybe a year and a half old. I see it around here, and every time I make fish, he comes over here. One time I fried bacon, and I fried some bacon, and every time I fry bacon, I put the pan outside so it doesn't stink up my apartment. And as you know, when you leave bacon grease inside the pot, it turns white, right? You can actually use that bacon grease and put it in like fish chowder and stuff. They say to do that, like, because it makes it taste better, you know. And so I leave that out there, and then that fucker one day, that same cat, I wasn't home. I was in the city, and my camera went off, and I ran on there, and that fucker was licking. He was licking the paper towel that I had soaking up the bacon grease, and he moved it with his paw, and he was eating the bacon grease, and I'm like, you fucker. So I went on, like I could talk on the camera. So I was like, get out of here. And he was looking around. He was like, yeah, nobody's here. He kept eating the bacon grease. And I'm like, you bastard, what are you doing? Don't fucking go in my pots. Like I was so mad. I was like, you bastard, go away. But he got his he got his lunch or whatever. No bacon for 40 days? Oh hell no, I can't go without bacon. I already made my sacrifice today. I'm not eating any meat. I'm not eating any meat today, and I'm eating. I ate cheese sandwich this morning with a coffee. I went for my walk, and I'm not working right now because of my back. So I'm kind of like not doing too much today to make a sacrifice, you know, little small sacrifice or whatever. And for lunch, I'm probably gonna have like I want to make tuna pasta, but I just don't have the energy to do it. I don't know if I want to do it. It doesn't take that long to do, but I'm kind of thinking about making tuna pasta, but I don't know what to do. Why I might just make like a tuna sandwich and not eat too much. Yeah, that's all good. My back it gets stiff when I do too much work. Every time I go on a ladder or I go up steps a lot, which I did yesterday. So I was working on a ladder yesterday, painting these railings. Because like in the when you have like a 2-story, I have like in the workshop, the stairs go like this, and then it comes like back this way, and then the railing is up top so you don't fall down. But the only way I can get to the outside of the railing is if I put a 8-foot ladder up and stretch to like paint the bottom part of it. So I did that yesterday twice. And then I had to go up and down 20 steps, probably not 20, maybe like 14, 15 steps. I had to go up those steps like constantly, go up and down, up the steps to go take the strips of the railing off, go back down, sand them, paint them downstairs, and then go back up there again, take another piece, then go back up there and paint the actual, top part and the posts. It's like a pain in the ass. It's constantly up and down, up and down. And then lifting the ladder is heavy. So I have to lift the ladder. So my back was kind of like, saying, yo, bro, you need to take a break. But after my walk, I feel better now. And I put some rubbing alcohol on my back. I just don't want to take no pills. I don't like taking pills. Pills make me dizzy. So I don't want no fucking pills. So I rather do natural things. I put alcohol on it, rubbing alcohol. I actually got this green rubbing alcohol. It's meant for it's like an antiseptic. It's meant for cuts and bruises, and it's meant to like for minor aches and pains. So I took a nice bath yesterday, Epsom salt bath, and I felt a little better this morning. But as soon as I started like walking around, and my back was like super stiff. But ever since the walk, I feel much better. And I always tell myself, just go for a quick walk, Mark, 20 minutes, 25-minute walk like I did today. Nice 20-minute walk, and I felt much better. Like my back is not stiff anymore. So I'm just taking a break. Yeah, why not? It's good. A lot of times I walk around the pool and I walk around the yard. I make like a full like walk around. I'll walk around for like 10 minutes or so just to ease up my back and pick up diamond shit everywhere, and and then just tidy up things around the yard. I'll walk around and I'll do things like that. But today I went all the way down, like from here to the road to walk, it takes a good like 7 minutes. And then on the way, and then I stayed down there for a bit, and Diamond was looking at the chickens going crazy. And then on our way back, it takes longer because you got to come up the hill. So it takes longer to come up the hill. So it was like an average of maybe like, I don't know, between 15 and 20 minutes by the time we got up here. But just going up this steep ass hill is a workout in itself. So, and as soon as I got to the top, my back felt like depressurized, if that makes sense. So it was nice. Felt good. So then I came home and put some rubbing alcohol on my back. And I came on here and said, I'll come on here for a bit and just chill. And my sister, she has a maid now next door. And she's over there making a whole pile of noise, cleaning shit. So she's over there, and I don't want to go over there and startle her. And, she'll be like hearing noises in the workshop and be like, oh my God, somebody's here. So she's going to be here for another hour and a half. So every maid that's been to this house, they like to bang shit and batter shit. Like, if it's not theirs, they don't give a fuck. That shit pisses me off. Sometimes I want to go over there and bang her head up against the fucking wall. I'm like, why are you making all this fucking noise? Like, it's unnecessary. And one thing I hate is when a person bangs the toilet seat. Fuck, that pisses me off. Oh my God. She did that like as soon as she got here. All you heard was her like scrubbing the toilet, and all you heard was bang. I'm like, I should take your head in between the toilet seat and you bang, bang, so you don't do it again. I can't stand that. That's something I can't stand is banging. I'll bang but I'll bang sexually, but not bang things around the house. I've never been a person to bang shit, banging doors and banging shit. And when you work on like something, you're being like a fucking donkey. Yeah, I mean, it's all right not to go to church. It's all good. You don't have to go to church. My parents are probably going to church to get their ash on their head. But I mean, my days of that is over. I want to stay far away from church because church has really made me question everything they do. The last 3 years, when I was my nephew's godfather for the first one and the second one, like when went to church those 2 times, I was actually disappointed on how they changed the words and changed the whole thing about church. Like it's so annoying. Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. To me, don't ever think that church is a big deal because it isn't. Like going to church is going to church to me is like it's a good thing to do because you get to like see people and worship God together. But you can do that all on your own without going to church with other people judging you, looking at you, other people's energy around you. And God never said you have to go to church every Sunday and worship Him at church. That's bullshit. You can do that all at home. Your church is your home. That's why I don't go church no more. I was an altar boy for 8 years. I love going to church. But as they changed the system of the church, I disagree with it. And Catholic religion, they change everything all the time. And I don't like when they do that. It's not a good thing to do. Like if you were meant to do church things and the church was a certain way, when you change the words, when you take God's name out of certain things and put spirit, that's not a good thing. Like, it should be thanks be to God, not thanks be to spirit. Because when you say thanks be to spirit, you're saying thanks to any spirit out there in the church of God. So why would you change God and put spirit? That don't make no sense. You're looking dumb. Whoever decided that and that whoever made that rule or that change is a fucking idiot. Straight up. And the bishop here in Bermuda, he's a moron. He's doing all these different things. You're not supposed to do that. You know, like during his homily, he'll show people a video or like a clip of a video of somebody, and I'm like, yo, bro, we don't do that shit in here. Like, you ain't got but we see videos when we go home. Your job during the homily is to talk to us about the Bible and about the ways of life and what God wants us to do. Not show a video for 10 minutes and take our time up to watch a damn video on TV, like on your laptop on a screen. Like, are you serious right now? That's why the last 2 times I went to church, I was very disappointed. And I told my parents that this is bullshit. And my sister and my nephews and my parents agreed, but they said, oh, well, you're not going there for that. You're going there for God. I said, well, if I'm going there for God, why you take his name out? Why you take his name off and say thanks be to Spirit instead of thanks be to God? You people are idiots. But when I go to church, I always say thanks be to God. I don't say Spirit. Hell no. Because I know what the difference is between God and Spirit. And if you say Spirit, you gotta like specifically say, what spirit you're addressing. Even though you're in church, that's what they're gonna tell me. Oh, well, you're in church, so the spirits that you address is God and you. And well, I said, why you changing? If anything, say thanks to God and Jesus, or say thanks to God. Period. You still say that, see, but here they changed it, and I don't agree with that. Like, and who gives you the authority to do that? And I wanna say something to the bishop and tell him like this is the dumbest thing you've ever done. But that's his thing. So if you're gonna change those words, I'm gonna change my view on you and the church. And I'm not going to no church here. Hell no, I'm not doing it. My church is right here, right in my home. I go upstairs and I pray every day. I got my Bible upstairs for my communion. For like 40 years ago, I have a Bible up there, and I pray every day. I wear his signs and symbols. I praise God everywhere I go. There's a symbol of him everywhere I go. And I thank him every day. And when I drive across the church, I make the sign of the cross and I say, thank you, Jesus, for helping me. Please continue to do it. I'm not going to go to church because the people who go to church still got problems. So don't think because you go to church, you're going to relieve your stress and your problems. It don't work that way. It's probably the people who don't go that have a better life because you're absorbing all those negative people. A lot of people go to church because they do dumb shit every week. There's a reggae song that came out years ago. It says, sitting on your church on Sunday, thinking about who you're going to fuck on Monday. And that's exactly how the world is. You sit in church on Sunday for an hour and a half, or however long your ceremony is, however long your church service is. Some are longer, some are shorter. The average is an hour. So you go to church for 1 hour, confess your sins, ask God to help you, and then right as you get out of church, you're already thinking negative things, or the next day you're doing dumb shit again. So what's the sense of going? Do you think God is gonna accept you because you do that? Like, you must be out of your mind to think that even exists in the world, how that happens. It doesn't happen that way. And going to church for an hour and thinking that your life is going to be great for the whole week is not going to work. And that's what a lot of people think. They think, oh, yeah, I go to church every Sunday. So what? Do you pray every day? Oh, no, I pray on Sundays. That's God's day. No, it ain't. Every day is God's day. Every day you should pray. Every day you should be going to church if you want to. And if you don't, every day should be at home, should be your church where you pray and you give thanks and you show gratitude for everybody that's doing things for you in the spirit world. Fuck you talking about? That's why all these religions are full of shit. They all like portray a fraud, and they all want to, especially the Catholic religion. Since I've been a Catholic all my life, going to church, it seems not real anymore. It seems like they're changing too many things. They make all these like things make you believe like all this bullshit, and then it's really none of those things. Like every religion thinks that Jesus was a part of their religion. It don't work that way. And that's why I'm very much against going to church now more than ever. Because there's a bunch of hypocrites at church. There's a bunch of idiots that go to church that I don't like. And if you're going to church like every week and then doing dumb shit right after, then I don't want nothing to do with you. Because you're not really fulfilling your deed to God, you know? So I'd rather not go. And that's my whole, analysis on religion and churches and all that stuff. That's all. To me, it's all. Now that I'm older, I know it's all bullshit. Because I live the life and I live the way God wants me to. And if I praise Him every day and speak to Him every day and pray to Him every day, then why do I need to go to church once a week? For what? So I can hear the Catholic religion change shit and change your name? Oh, hell no. No, 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 no. That ain't happening. It's cold. Stay home and pray every day. Well, if you go to church, you might start burning. So don't go. Some people can't go to church because they'll start to get burning sensations. Or if they like bless themselves with the holy water, they'll leave like a mark on them or something. So you better not go. Yeah, if you pray the rosary every night, that's a good thing. I used to do that, but then um, I got to the point where I realized that that also is something that is a choice, but it's not necessary. You know what I mean? Because praying the rosary, you're praising Mary more than you're praising God, right? In a way, because you're saying Hail Mary, right? So hailing Mary too much and not hailing God and Jesus is like kind of like too much. So you should do it less. In my opinion, that's what I think. You should do it less, not every night. But see, like it is value, but this is my opinion. Like me, I stopped doing it because I realized it wasn't necessary to do it every single night, right? But that's my opinion. But if it gives you value and it gives you peace of mind, go for it. Because my aunties, they did the same thing. My mom, she does the same thing. She prays the rosary every day. But to me, my mentality is totally different on those things because I feel like I've put in the time and the effort my whole life and I've dedicated myself to God and to Jesus and to Mary. And I praise those three every day without a doubt, right? And the archangels and the spirits and my ancestors. I praise them. Last night before I went to sleep, I made sure I gave everybody a shout out in my spirit realm because they're the ones who help me deal with what I'm dealing with every day. And not just on here in my regular life. And that's why my life is much better now than it ever has been. Because they finally said, you know what? Mark is definitely serious about his faith to us and his trust in us and his belief in us and etc. and etc. and etc. So now I don't like people say, oh, do you meditate? No, I don't have to do nothing anymore because the biggest meditation and the biggest thing you can do is believe. That's it. If your belief in spirit and in God and your trust in your belief and trust in them is 100%, then you don't need to do all that extra shit. And that's what it is. Extra stuff that's unnecessary. So now my belief and trust and my faith in them is reflecting my life today. So I know that I don't have to do extra shit anymore because I already put in my time and my effort. And I'm still putting in my time and my effort. And asking God and asking Jesus and asking Spirit to do things for you, and you don't do nothing in return, you're not going to get no results. As long as you do your part, they're going to do their part. This is what I tell people every single day. You have to do your part. And going to church every week is not doing your part. It's living your life in a righteous, decent way. Is that's how you get their attention. To get God's attention and God and Jesus' attention and Spirit's attention in the right way, you have to do the right things. And that is loving yourself, focusing on you only, and everyone else should be your second priority. Your first priority should always be you, yourself, and I. You, everything about you. It has to be, you have to be selfish and be all about yourself, but in a good way. Selfishness in a good way. So you have to take care of yourself. Make sure you're doing the right thing. Make sure you're not a bad fucking person. Make sure you're doing things for yourself and everybody else can come after. You got to make sure you as yourself is better. You have to make your life better. And once you make your life better and you feel better and you act better and you talk better and you relate to people and you relate to yourself, then that's when Spirit says, finally, I'm going to put a dome over you and make sure I protect you at all costs and protect you from all evil, all negativity. I'm going to give you a good life because you put in the work, because you're showing us that you actually care and trust us instead of thinking negative, being negative, acting negative, talking negative. Anything you do negative, they're going to be like, see, they're not fucking paying attention. So then why would they help you if you're not doing what you're supposed to do? You have to do your part. Once you do your part, you'll feel 100%. Like you'll feel almost perfect. And when something bad happens, it's a test. It's the devil in the background trying to poke you with that three-pronged fork. He's like, yeah, I'm still here, fucker. Don't think because you praise spirit and God, I'm not in the background, because the devil is just as powerful. You know, he's got a powerful mind to get you. He can get you. He can change you real quick in a matter of minutes. So as long as you build your reputation up with God and spirit and your past loved ones, the devil has no chance. But if you like feel sorry for yourself, or you feel like I can't do it, and you start crying like a little bitch, they're gonna be like, "Yep, the devil's got you, you dumbass. That fork is halfway up your ass now." And that's how it works. People just don't listen. You gotta keep like fending. If you absorb the negative energy that's coming your way, if you receive that negativity from someone or from a situation, then you're never gonna evolve. You've got to cut off that shit right away. And if you don't, then you're not gonna survive. You're not gonna get better. You're not gonna like evolve. Just praying all day and going to church ain't gonna do it. You've got to completely take over your whole life and make sure you don't get nobody to like really get it underneath your skin and shit. Hey Ninja, how you doing? Happy Ash Wednesday. And that's why I always preach these things on here. And a lot of people don't want to listen to it. A lot of people don't believe it because they think that because they pray and go to church once a week or twice a week that God's gonna help them. It don't work that way. You got to be dedicated every single day. Every day you got to put in that work and show gratitude, show that you want to be in this world, show that you want life and you want to be happy. And then you can pray for yourself, your children, your grandchildren, your nephews, your nieces, your uncles, your aunt. You can pray for whoever you want. But those people you're praying for, remember, all because you're praying for them doesn't mean God's going to help them either. Because those people have to do what they got to do too. So remember, your prayer is only as powerful for yourself and for the people you love, but they can only do so much. If that person keeps doing dumb shit, then they have to find God like you do. You're doing good. Good to hear. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. My back is hurting this morning, but then I went for a walk with Diamond and I feel a little better. Rub some rubbing alcohol on it. I feel better now. Kind of taking a break. It's still, almost 12 o'clock here. So I'm kind of taking a break right now and I'll work in the afternoon for a bit. Kind of taking a break. I don't want to like overdo myself. I've been doing good. My body's been feeling good lately, but yesterday I kind of overdid it. And now my back's hurting a bit, so I'm taking a break. That's why you see me here. But I'm not in any, excruciating pain or something. Like I'm good. I'm all right. I feel good. You know what I noticed with my body a lot is like my stomach makes a lot of different noises every day. Like I've never had that unless I was like hungry. You know how you get those hunger like noises? But I'm not hungry, but my body's making all this noise. Like my stomach's making all this, making all this weird ass noises. I'm not hungry though. That's the thing. But it's like, your body's working, so it's like moving. So it makes all these damn noises. My stomach makes some noises now. It's crazy. And it's not like I don't feel bad. It's just like my stomach's just like making noises in there. Sounds like somebody's trying to build something. All these weird ass noises. It sounds like like I'm hungry, but I'm not. And I don't feel hungry. It's just like, your stomach making noise. It's so weird. It's like mm, mm. I guess it must be like my body digesting the food or something. Because when I'm working, I don't notice it. But when I'm sitting here and it's quiet, I notice like my stomach making noise and shit. Yeah, whale sounds like. It's like maybe there's a whale in there. You never know. Might be a little baby whale. Poor little thing. He'll come out soon. I'll send him back to the toilet water. Even my dog has those noises too. But I never noticed it until I got older. It's weird. Yeah, I know. TMI. Such a beautiful day here today, finally. But it's supposed to be bad weather tomorrow again and Friday. It's supposed to be shitty weather for the rest of the weekend. Hopefully not. But at least today is nice. I got to go on a nice walk. Diamond got her exercise. She was so happy to go on a walk. Oh my god. As soon as I showed her the leash, that was it. She took off. She was like, yes. And on the way back, she's like, she was like, oh shit, that was too much. But she's all right now. She's passed out on her bed. Look. You all right, baby? You went for a nice walk? No? You tired? At least your legs are not trembling anymore. That's good. You went for a nice walk with Marky? Yeah? I know you're tired now. You're broken, aren't you? A fat piece of bacon. Yeah, she's out. I refuse to take her for long walks because it's not good for her at her age. I stopped doing it with my other dog too when he got 10 years old because their back legs start trembling and I don't like that. That means that they're hurting, or they're feeling pain, or it's not good. They could lose their balance and fall. So I try and make sure she's okay. Like I don't want to push her to the limit. But she's okay though. She's all right now. She's out cold on her bed. It's nice and cool today, so she's probably like, yeah, so nice. And there goes my stomach again. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? This thing's making some noise over here. I'm like, what the fuck? It's weird. Maybe Ninja's right. Maybe it is a baby whale in here. I don't know. All right, Ninja, take care. I'll stay over here with these whale noises in my stomach. I'm gonna get out of here too because it's almost lunchtime. It's quiet on here now anyway. I might be back. I might be back later on. I'm gonna stay on for maybe another 10 minutes or so. Oh boy. I had so many crazy dreams again these past few days. Crazy ass shit. Yeah, just do what you can, Tanya. That's all. Just do what you can. Even if you walk around your house or your neighborhood. That's all. Just don't overdo it. You'll be fine. I didn't overdo it today. I just went down the bottom of the hill, came back like 15, 20 minutes. Something like that. I'm not trying to like destroy myself either. All right, I'll see you guys later on. tonight I'll see you guys, or later on this afternoon I might come back on. We'll see how I feel. All right, see you guys later. Bye.